Well, it was good to have a first day of practice. It's always different now with the 8 hours you get, though, leading up to this because you feel like you've been practicing all summer and all fall. But what's great about when you go to the 20 hours is you actually now have time to slow down and teach. So I'm sure the guys enjoy 3 and 4 hour practices a lot more.
Scott, is this a lot different with all the new faces and with some of the guys gone?
Yeah, definitely exciting for our coaching staff because this summer we found out just how lucky we had it with so many veterans the last year, especially with the COVID protocols and the pauses and interruptions, where when you have as many new guys as we have, it just takes more time for teaching. So and more drill work is required, and that's why it was great to have the summer and the fall leading up to this.
Scott, I guess who's going to take on some of those roles that, like you said, you lost a lot of guys, a lot of key guys.
Well, the really good thing about this team is there's enough returning players that you have an identity and a culture, and they know how and what it takes to be successful. At the same time, you have enough new players there's a lot of excitement and energy because anytime something's new, normally that excites everybody. So, and it's new roles for the returning players from them being more with the leadership we had with Maceo and Jared and Davion and Mark. Now it's a chance for these guys all to step up and become leaders and big brothers and to help out the young guys. So they're excited about those roles as well. From a coaching standpoint, we're really excited because normally when you win a championship and you have a lot of people go pro and leave, sometimes it's truly rebuilding years where you know you don't have a chance to compete for a league title or a Final Four, and there's no guarantee you ever can achieve that. But at the same time, we have enough talent and enough experience where we got a chance, and that's exciting as a coaching staff.
What do you expect from LJ this season?
Well, LJ's been limited because of his injury, and he was really good this summer before the injury, and I know our coaching staff was really pleased with just the progression on and off the court. He really has become a more vocal leader, really done a great job in setting an example off the court, but then on the court, his game's taken a jump, a lot more confidence, and I guess it helps when you don't have Davion guarding you every day too. So, really excited to get him back where he can be in practice and no restrictions.
Are you a man-to-man coach now?
we're whatever helps our program win, and obviously the last couple of years we've had a lot of success in man, and defensively we have some guys that really can get after it again this year. So excited about that from the standpoint that you have some athletic wings that have some great length, which could allow you to do some other things, but definitely in the half-court man, a lot more contesting shots and passes just with the 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guys that we have.
Who's the most like Davion? I mean, I know there's only one Davion.
Yeah.
Who has
Yeah.
a chance to be that kind of lockdown type guy?
Well, I think first and foremost, Adam Flagler going against those guys the last couple of years really is improved and learned a lot. And he's someone that's in his fourth year of college. James Akinjo is someone that's really had a lot of experience from Big East Freshman of the Year to all Pac-12, and he's someone that can get after it as well. And so in the backcourt, you have a couple guys that can guard, but really the Kendall and Jeremy and Matt, those are some 6'7", 6'8" guys that give you some length and athleticism, along with, Flo and John, as good as they were last year, have obviously gotten better as well. So just I think the physicality, and that's probably what you look at the Big 12 as a whole this year. Why you have so many teams highly ranked is you have a lot of returning players, a lot of guys that not only have experience but the physicality. I mean, I think Kansas has 5 super seniors and 2 seniors. I mean, that's older than G League teams. Oklahoma State, I don't think they have a freshman on the roster. So you have a lot of older guys, and that usually is more physical defenders.
What's that like coming back as the national champs? I mean, obviously, your target's on your back. I mean, so what's that like comparing maybe to last year?
Well, I think it'll become real when we start playing games and you just see how excited everyone is to play against you. I know being ranked number 1 3 out of the last 5 years, when you're ranked number 1, you go into a venue and all of a sudden it's their biggest crowd, their loudest crowd, their most intense crowd, and their guys are competing at a level that's at their A game. And then you just know what you have to bring each and every night to give yourselves a chance to be successful. So I think with us, once we go to and play our first couple games, we'll get a much better sense of just how all year long you're the defending national champs. And as we've talked with our team, we have something a unique opportunity. So few schools have been able to go back to back. And to have an opportunity to do something that only Ford and Duke have done since the John Wooden days, that's a great opportunity we have this year.
Scott, obviously Meyer and Flagler could score. Who are some other guys you might start with?
James is a scorer. He's a proven scorer. You look at John and Flo, I think, have continued to get better. But you also look at LJ, set all kinds of high school records, and he's somebody that this year you hope takes a step forward. Along with you look at the freshmen. The national championship game was Langston and Mount Verde versus Kendall at Sunrise. So those guys have played the best competition high school basketball's offered and been at the most elite coaching you can find at that level, and they've had success. And then Jeremy, same thing. He played at La Lumiere and then overseas. So those 3 guys have played a very good competition with excellent coaching.
Last year it felt like y'all really built a reputation around defense, around hustle. Is that still going to be the side of the ball that you feel like y'all kind of lean to in a tough situation?
Well, I think that's where experience is so valuable, because the upperclassmen that have been around know the importance of each and every possession and know defensively just how important it is. And the good thing is that's part of a winning DNA and a winning culture. So hopefully that's something that gets instilled with all our guys. And obviously anytime you learn a new defensive scheme, it takes a little time. The good thing is with the guys that we have, because of the competition they faced and because of the coaching they've had, hopefully they'll be able to adapt quick. Overall, as a group, it's an extremely hard-working group, maybe the hardest we've had as far as spending time in the gym and just being devoted to their craft. Real low maintenance as far as study an apartment or class for the most part. Study apartment or gym for the most part.
Do you think these freshmen truly are ready to compete for time? Like, obviously they're highly ranked guys, so you expect a lot of them, but where are they? Obviously it's the first day of practice, but what are you expecting from those guys?
Well, I think the first thing is their attitude gives them a chance to be successful. Sometimes you have highly touted freshmen that don't compete, don't play hard, and their ranking and their recognition's more on their potential rather than their production. And the 3 guys that we have an attitude where it's not a chip on their shoulder, but they practice and compete like a 2-star guy and not a 4 or 5-star guy. And that's something that a lot of times people that are ranked high, it's more on potential again and not where they're at. So the fact that they have the right attitude, work ethic, gives them a chance to be successful right away, because that'll allow them to mold into whatever roles we need them to play. Sometimes guys come in and again, their potential, so they believe their headlines, and now they're trying to take shots and trying to score points and make it more an individual thing, and that hurts the team, which hurts their opportunity to play early on, versus guys that want to just win, and whatever I can do to help the team win, you can find roles to get them on the floor a lot sooner and be productive in winning basketball, which we're all interested in.
For you personally, now that you've kind of hit the summit, gotten the national championships, the Final Four, how does this year maybe feel different now that you've been there?
Well, I think each and every year you're starting on that bottom of the mountain and you're working your way up. But it's nice to know that every year is different. But at least you know you have the experience to get to the top. And I mean, in 2010, 2012, we had chances. We had some Sweet 16 teams that lost to Final Four teams where you had chances. So you gotta sometimes have a little luck, they say, or catch breaks. But I think our staff is, each and every year we ask our players to improve. We try to improve, and because of the consistency we've had with our staff, the stability, it enables us to improve and get better at what we do, and hopefully we can put our players in a better position to be successful as well. And that's one thing each and every day we try to do.
Scott, you obviously have a very tough non-conference schedule. What kind of challenge is it going to be for you guys with, maybe not as veteran a line?
Well, I think you've been spoiled when you look. The last 2 years we're the winningest team in the Power 5, and we have a 90% winning percentage. The next highest is 80%. So you look in the last 3 years, us and Virginia won more games in the Power 5 than anyone else. So reality in college basketball, 353 schools, you're going to lose. You're going to face adversity. With the veteran team that we've had, we knew when we lost. We knew how we would respond. With the younger team, you know that when you hit adversity, you're going to have to respond the right way, and that'll be something that we won't know until we get into that situation. And I say at the beginning of the year, you never know about leadership. You never know about chemistry, and then you never know about injuries. And that's something that we're always prayerful of as coaches, because if you have those three on your side, you got a shot too.
LJ, a bunch of new faces here. How's the transition going with the team?
I feel like it's going pretty smooth. All the guys really like each other. At the end of the day, we're brothers, and that just makes it like 10 times easier. It's really translating to the court because we have a lot of unselfish guys, and I don't know, we're really looking forward to this year.
John, what do you see as far as some of the big guys, guys in the paint? What do you see as far as the additions there?
To be honest, I really love the front court this year. It's just as good as last year, and I just love how much the younger guys just came in and just had that competitive mindset to the team. You have guys like Dang, who redshirted last year. You got guys like Zach, who gained some weight, became more physical. You got Flo, improve his game. You got new guys coming like Jeremy and Kendall, who just make practice more competitive and just keep on getting us better each and every day.
John, I saw you kind of explaining some things to some of the guys out there. How do you feel like you're kind of filling into a leadership role this year?
It was definitely weird at the beginning because I'm usually the guy who just get advice from everybody, but I had to just get out of my comfort zone and step up to try and make everybody better and just look out for the other guys, just as the other guys did for me last year.
LJ, what would you learn from playing with Jared and Davion and Maceo?
The biggest thing I took from them is poise. They never seemed rattled at any point of the game when things were going well. They never got too high. When things were going bad, they never got too low. So I plan on having that same poise this year and helping the younger guys with that too.
Has it sunk in yet? Last year in the national championship and all of that, has it sunk in for you guys?
I mean, I feel like it's sunk in, but it's a new year. We're kind of past that right now. I feel like that's for the fans to continue to soak in. Right now, we're on another mission.
John, you're practicing now in a gym that says national champions, and you have your own coaches' shirts and everything else. How do you kind of stay hungry, just with that success and stay motivated?
To be honest, we're not really motivated by accolade and stuff like that. So we kind of already forgot that we won a national championship a couple of months ago. We already locked in on next season, and we always have the one and no mindset. So those national championship shirts and logo and everything, that's just for our family and our fans. But right now, we're just trying to go 1-0. We haven't won a single game this season, so we still have everything to prove.
John, what's it like comparing this year to last year? Obviously, you know, coming back as the national champ, I mean, naturally the expectations are as high as they can be. So compare the last year to this year.
To be honest, the only difference is gonna be the uncertainty of COVID that just became a little less, and we lost a lot of seniority from last year. But to be really honest, if you really think about it, we always like play with a culture of joy. So we're not gonna have like a mindset of trying to go against somebody who's trying to take a spot or something like that. We just go trying to be 1-0, and that's basically it. Yeah.
Last year, LJ, last year, y'all had a lot of guys who, I mean, senior leadership, but guys who have played a lot of minutes together before. This year, it's a younger group. How do you feel like y'all are starting to gel together as a group playing together?
Yeah, I do feel like we're starting to gel every day during practice. That's where it starts, and during the season, I feel like our camaraderie will get better, just because game experience and stuff like that. But I'm just looking forward to see like how we handle adversity and stuff like that, because that'll only make us better.